I'm Gudeno Carraway of Sports. We're here with the one and only Ariel Helwani. Man, seen a lot of fight stuff in your day. I mean, melees like that kind of commonplace in the fight game, maybe?
Well, not really with the security. I think it was the security guards who got into it. I guess they were making up for the lack of touching between Jake and Nate. But the press conference was great. I think there were a lot of people who were underwhelmed by the press conference in May. I think this one was a lot more entertaining. I don't know, maybe I was too close to the sun up there, but I enjoyed it. I think Jake brought the heat. Nate had some aggression out there. I think that's what you want to see from Nate. So I thought it was fun. It was good.
Yeah, it was good stuff. A good build-up. It needed a little something, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Man, I just want to get into what happened last week, right? Well, we all saw history made. Undisputed Terence Crawford, all 4 belts, just in very dominant fashion. Just break down what you saw.
I was blown away. Talk about rising to the occasion when the lights are brightest. He was absolutely incredible. He was amazing. And I think he's the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. And 2 days prior, I thought Naoya Inoue was the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. But to do that to Errol Spence, you have to consider the competition. No disrespect to Stephen Fulton, but like Errol Spence was arguably top 5 as well. Just absolutely blown away. He made history. Undisputed champion at 47, first in the 4-belt era, male fighter to have 2, undisputed championships. So just an incredible fighter, and I don't know who's out there at 147. His toughest test might be at 154 at this point, and maybe the rematch is at 154. Maybe it's Charlo, I don't know, but maybe it's 2012 Floyd Mayweather who's his toughest test. Who knows?
I was going to say, I feel like from 160 down, obviously Jermell, you have to give respect to Undisputed Jermell, that's a great fight. But he just looked like the most complete fighter maybe,
yes,
that we've seen for a
in the world right now, 100%.
Tank has talked about, he's been quoted as saying he wants to move up to 47 and it would take him 6 rounds to beat Terence Crawford.
He said that?
Yeah, he said it on a quote.
Tank is incredible. He's top 10 in my opinion. That's long overdue, but 6 rounds against that Terence Crawford. He's not a he's not a big 140 pounder as is. The one I would love to see is him versus Naoya Inoue at some point. I don't know, could they meet at 135? Could they meet at 130? I don't know. That would be crazy. But that would be an incredible fight.
That'd be a good one too. We talked about Jermell moving up, undisputed in his own right at 54, moving up to face the undisputed 168 pounder in Canelo.
Crazy.
Man, what does Mel have to do to be successful in that fight?
Canelo's on fire too, barely showing any signs of slowing down. The size difference is going to be, I think, big. But he's been looking good. He hasn't been as active as Canelo. That's the thing about Canelo that I love, is that he's so active. Canelo was arguably the biggest star in the sport and the most active champion as well. So even though he maybe isn't fighting top tier competition all the time like a John Ryder, he's still active, which is, I think, very important. I think that's something that hurt Errol Spence on Saturday. He hadn't fought in 15 months, and which probably helped Bud Crawford, and which also probably helped Tank Davis against Ryan Garcia, because he had just fought back in January. So it's going to be a tough test for him. Canelo's toughest fight to date was Dimitri Bivol as of late, and that was the size difference. In this regard, Canelo's going to have the size difference, so it's going to be a tough test.
Just want to switch it to UFC real quick, specifically Islam. I believe the rematch with Charles is going to be up next, but is that the rematch you want to see? Is maybe over Volkanovski, or
I wanted to see Volkanovski. I thought it was going to be Volkanovski. I wanted to see Volkanovski, but I understand he obviously injured his hand, so they had to go with Charles Oliveira.
If that fight were to take place again, who should maybe go into the fight more confident, would you say, between Islam and Volkanovski?
I think they're both confident, but I think Islam is obviously the champ, and he won fair and square, but Volk ended the fight better, and that should give him a lot of confidence if they do in fact ever fight again.
Just last one for me, man. Just retired fighters, GSP and Khabib, just pound for pound in Ariel's list, who is a little higher than the other one?
GSP. 2 different weight classes, defended the title more, avenged all his losses. To me, it's a question, GSP or John Jones. If you want to talk about have you never tested positive, then it has to be GSP. If everyone's included, no infractions are weighing on the decision, John Jones #1.
And he's still going, fighting Stipe next, man. That should be a good one too.
Madison Square Garden, November 12th.
Thank you so much for your time.